everyone, it's Lynn Wilson at Lynn Wilson Originals, and I'm coming here today to talk about top coating a painted piece of furniture. This is a mirror that I just completed that goes with the dresser. I'll be posting the dresser on Instagram tonight, Lynn Wilson Originals. And I just wanted to talk about using my favorite sealer, which is the Dixie Belle Satin Topcoat. So, one of the first things you want to do before you seal is to lightly sand, because chalk paint has kind of a gritty feel, and you want to kind of get rid of that feel, because a lot of times people walk up to furniture and the first thing they do is like touch it. So I use a 320 grit. I've tried 220. Yeah, is this, or 330? I'm not, oh no, this is 220. Well, I usually use 330. So I'm going to be really light with this because I don't want to pull my paint off. I always wait a day before I try to sand or seal, because you can pull your paint off. And then I've gone over this once already, but just to show you kind of the pressure, it's super light. Anyway, just kind of a light touch to sand off any of the grittiness that's left. And then I just take a brush and here it is, a clean brush, and just brush off all that grit. So I always opt to stir my top coat. This is weird because in my screen I am horizontal. I hope that, oh, thanks Rosie. So I shake my paint, but I stir my top coat because I don't want to get a lot of bubbles in it before I start. And the other thing I do, because there can be some like grit left over, I put it in another container or just like a little plastic lid like this to keep it from getting contaminated. You can actually put a drop of paint or a couple drops of paint in here and use it tinted. And I like to do that, except for I'm running out of paint on this piece. So the application that's recommended is with a sponge. Well, it says you can use a brush or a sponge, but a sponge gives you a much smoother finish. I've tried various sponges. This one I got at Walmart is a car wash sponge. It was okay. This one I got from Amazon, and I think it's for waxing cars. But by far my favorite is this one by Dixie Belle. It's really easy to hold on to, and it's got super small pores on it, so it's a smoother application. And you want to dampen your sponge. So just like a light mist. I use this mister bottle all the time when I'm painting as well, because you can like mist your paint and it kind of reactivates it if you've got a lot of brush lines. So this is just slightly damp. And I'll do a little trick that I do when I'm painting mirrors, and that is slide this under the wood to keep it from getting on the mirror. I always have ready a damp towel, paper towel, so that if it does get on the mirror, I can wipe it off. And in the end, I go through and either with my fingernail or a razor blade, just scrape anything that might still be showing. So it's a really, really light application. And I always keep a brush handy because it will kind of yellow a little bit when it dries, or it'll just look discolored. And so if I see like a white puddle, I'll brush it out. So you can see about how much is on my sponge here. I'm going to just keep going. You don't need a lot. And I try to get it so that I can see in the light if it is covering, because even with the sponge, you'll have spots that it doesn't necessarily hit. So again, I put about this much on my sponge. And this top coat is water resistant. Dixie Belle makes another top coat called Gator Hide, which is waterproof. And it has a much shorter open time. As you can see, I'm being able to work this a little bit. With Gator Hide, you can't move your brush this much, or your sponge, because you get streak marks really quickly. So sometimes what I do, if I need to have something waterproof or I need to use Gator Hide, I'll put a coat of this on first, because it makes it a little bit slicker, and then it's easier to slide the Gator Hide. So that's it. Pretty easy once you get the right materials and you know to mist your sponge. And I'll wait now for a couple of hours and go back and put a second coat on, just to, in case there are places that I didn't get or there's some splotchiness. Usually a second coat takes care of that. So I hope you have a great day, and hopefully this was helpful. If you have any questions about chalk painting or finishing your furniture, please give me a message, send me a message, and I'll be happy to help. Thanks again. Have a great day.